What's going on, Libra? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Libra, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. And let me tell you why, Libra, because it's your general energy weekly spread. It's almost there, Libra. I was telling Taurus, we're almost hammering out that fine detail. I might change the melody up. I don't know, Libra. Nature, my problem. Let's get back to you. Because with this weekly video, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you, Libra. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. There's great energy all around here, Libra. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Thank you. And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested, Libra. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching as well, so definitely check them out, get you a different type of vibe here, Libra, in case you know, because I know I tend to bring that over the top energy, so if you look for something a little more chill, got you covered there, Libra. But let's see what your energy's looking like. Oh, interestingly, we gotta let some stuff go here, because we got the seventh, let's get serious, because we got the seventh card of Pisces here, which is the baggage card. And with this card, this is a card of excess, unresolved issues, held together, preparedness, pack rat, fearing separation, heavy burdens, responsibility, necessities, prepared to go, next phase, and long journey. And the energies that really kind of stick out here, Libra, are the excess and the unresolved issues here. If there's something that we might be, if there's something that we might have been just kind of carrying around with us as of late, you know, maybe these are some kind of past disappointments, maybe some regrets, things along those lines. And I feel like we want to try to be mindful, because I feel like as far as like letting these things go resolved, or maybe it almost seems like interesting. It's almost like we're maybe not necessarily starting things up on purpose, but it seems like maybe we're getting involved in things, and then it's just like, this could be maybe in like either like friendships, or maybe this is relationships or something along those lines, Libra, where maybe we're starting up things and then sort of just maybe just kind of like dipping out halfway or something along those. Very interesting energy. Or maybe this is something where we've noticed that we've been attracting people who maybe stay for a short amount of time and then they may bounce, and then there's like this weird sort of interesting, Libra. I don't know if there's some kind of closure here or something, but it feels like that maybe for this energy here has just kind of been something that's been weighing down on us as of late. If you're noticing any kind of like patterns or anything along those lines, whenever you get a moment, Libra, try to sit with that. You know, whether this is doing some meditation, maybe going for a walk, anything that can get you in like a ruminating space where we can kind of maybe process some of this baggage here, maybe unpack some of these things, and maybe we see if there are any sort of like patterns. Again, maybe this is on you, or maybe this is with this could be something. Could even be like a friend, a family member, a partner, something along those lines. But there seems like that we need to start bringing some things maybe to resolutions here. Maybe we're the type that when things get too heated, or maybe get too much or something along those lines, maybe we have a tendency to just kind of bounce. And you know, I think that's part of the, because if this is like a relationship type thing, Libra, because you know yours is a sign of relationships. I find that with air signs, sometimes I have a Gemini moon, so I get it, where there's this energy. It's not that I don't feel like that is like, especially if you have like really heavy air placements. It's not that I don't feel like you understand the emotional side of things, but maybe there's something where if it gets to a heated place or gets to something where we got to feel some type of thing or gets too intense. I'm not sure this could even be just like falling for someone or even coming to arguing or something along those lines. I feel like that the initial response for the air, like, air energy is just to kind of, okay, well, bye, kind of keep it moving, sort of keep them so that things don't stay in this. And that's interesting energy, Libra. Let's get some tarot on this. Thank you. Let's see what we got here, Libra, because we got the Judgment, and we got my girl, the Queen of Cups here, and then we have the Six of Swords, and then the Four of Pentacles here. And this is kind of what it feels like, Libra, with this Four of Pentacles. It seems like that whenever the energy maybe gets unstable, or that it's just like, maybe like if this is, because I get that yours is a sign as well that really likes to maintain that balance, that I feel like because it's not even like a fighting energy that I'm getting. It's just more along the lines of, it's just like, maybe you've thought about all the different ways that this thing can go, and so the energy is to just move on with the Six of Swords here, because the Six of Swords can be moving on to new experiences here, but with the Queen of Cups and the Judgment here, it's just like, are we really reflecting on what we've been accumulating? Like, it's interesting, Libra, because I feel like if we don't deal with these things, this could start manifesting maybe as like, maybe our space hasn't been cleaned up. Just thinking with that pack rat part of this energy, or maybe we notice there's some, there's a lot more clutter. We just can't seem to like get on. It's interesting. I don't know, Libra. It's like we try to keep things held together, something along those lines. But it's like maybe when we're by ourselves or something along those lines, the emotions maybe come through. Whatever this is, Libra, again, if this is on your side or if this is on a person's side, I do feel with the Judgment card here, there's an energy that's asking for some change here, especially because this is getting into, when we think about Saturn being in Pisces, and honestly, even just like, that's getting into this very retrograde heavy season coming up here in the next couple of months. Because the planets are everybody's about to be doing a retrograde dance here by the time we get into Virgo season, right before your season, Libra. And your ruler, Venus, she is in Leo right now. She's going to be in there for like the next 10 months, or not 10 months, geez, wouldn't that be something? No, but for like until the 10's coming for, she'll be there till October. But, with Venus being in Leo, where that is very fun, very creative energy, Leo on the more negative side can be dramatic. And this is an energy where we're thinking about relationships. And if things maybe things have been blowing up as of late, or just seems like the smallest things, like, let me get a little bit more on the Six of Swords here, Libra. Because here's the thing, even if we decide to move away from this stuff, the issues don't go away. They take a second for you to get comfortable, get rooted again, and then it just manifests itself in different ways. And the lesson takes on a different form here. And I feel like that if we've been maybe feeling kind of stuck in a cycle here, it's going to be something where we're going to need to address these things. Whether if these are people that are coming into our realm, what signs are we missing? Because I feel like even if this is other people causing you things, Libra, and this is the same old thing over and over again. There's something where, again, I'm not saying this is your fault, but it's just like, what are we missing? What are the signals that we're not catching? Because higher self is trying to get us to get eyes on something. Maybe we're the type that's too overgiving. Maybe we're the types that'll invest as, what I mean? Or like it could invest too heavy or faster than another person does. Because the Six of Swords here is clarified by the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Swords here. And so there's a lot of energy of it's like we've been disappointed, maybe we've been feeling kind of locked down by people, or maybe even in our own type of heads, Libra, but there's something here, it's like maybe, I don't know if this is maybe like the Seven of Wands, maybe there have been like some friends, like, let's say, for example, Libra, if you have someone, when you bring this up, if this is a relationship, let's say if you ask your friends, just like, oh, what do you think of this person? Just like, you know, I like, they seem cute, but I noticed, you know, Queen of Pentacles is doing it, but you know, I noticed like X, Y, and Z. Do you got eyes on that? It's just like, no, that's nothing. I can change them, or I can change Queen of Cups. And that's what it kind of feels like. And it's like every time that we do that, then we lead to disappointment. And I hope this is making sense, Libra, because this is very interesting that it's... I feel like in order to move on to the cycle and really get a fresh Six of Swords energy, there's definitely something here with the Judgment card that's wanting you to get eyes on, because this is getting into devil territory here. Because devil's not just like drug, sex, alcohol, and things, or drug, sex, alcohol, gambling, and things. This could also maybe this could be like a self-esteem issue. You know, Venus and Leo is all about that, becoming more confident and, you know, more feeling more beautiful by yourself there, Libra, because I mean, you're already ruled by the Empress. I talk about with you and Taurus all the time. And, you know, even Empresses, you know, get into some tricky relationships sometimes, you know, again, however this is translating, but, well, yeah, just something to take notice of, Libra. If you just you've noticed some kind of repeating themes in the future, just, yeah, pay attention to that. Let's get some other energy on this. Get another oracle. All right, Libra, I like that. Now we're growing. I'm with it. Because you got the 7th card of Sagittarius here, which is the White Rabbit card. And with this is a card, a spark of curiosity, gnosis, spiritual awakening. It's time, heeding the call, research it, inner knowing, dark to light, going down the rabbit hole and waking from the dream. And literally, Libra, everything from spiritual awakening on down is what's really kind of popping out here. It's just like that. There's some kind of realization here, I feel, with whatever this baggage is, even if this is not, let's say, like a relationship thing or something along those lines. Just if we have anything that is just holding us back, you know, maybe we've been, oh, where'd you go? 8 of Swords, just kind of caught up in our head. You know, maybe people have been criticizing our choices as of late, whatever that's looking like. I feel that it's getting a stronger inner knowing of you, Libra, you know, finding your true path here, you know, especially if this is something where I'm thinking with like the 7 of Wands, maybe we have been feeling like our journey has been always dictated by someone or something along those lines. And now it's like we're getting into this energy of independence, and it almost feels like even with this 4 of Pentacles here, like establishing your own security. Maybe with this baggage card, it's even like the 6 of Swords here. It's like we're just thinking about starting fresh, you know, starting new, maybe moving, because Sagittarius can deal with like long-term journeys. So maybe this is something where we're moving across the country, maybe to a new country altogether there, Libra. But here's the thing, just like I was saying, whatever the situation is, we do want to make sure that we are taking time to process whatever this baggage is, you know, because it doesn't matter the place that you can change the scenery, but if you are still the same, then all that's going to do is once you take roots is that energy is going to permeate, and that's the energy that we're going to attract, because it's, when you think about Jupiter energy, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Abundance is a tricky one with Jupiter, because yes, abundance can be all this luck and joy and things, but if we're operating at a lower vibration, we can get an abundance of that as well. It's a double-edged sword there, Libra, so something to think about. But let's get some tarot on this. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got here, Libra. All right. And I feel like this is all right, so you got those. Let me tell you what you got here, Libra. So you got the 10 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, one of your cards, the 3 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Chariot here. And so Libra, you do have a lot of energy here of moving on, but I feel like that maybe for some of us, we've just been literally just kind of just been maybe moving on in the physical sense. You know, maybe we've been just kind of like either changing apartments or, you know, just changing addresses. And I feel like as opposed to more so kind of, again, how we're talking about this energy, so more so kind of journeying within, doing a Four of Swords energy, just kind of pausing for a second and really kind of process these Ten of Wands, whatever these burdens are that may be kind of weighing down on us. And Libra, even when we're working towards this healing, because listen, the Chariot is dope, Judgment is dope, because the Star is dope, everybody's just dope here, Libra. But I get where sometimes these things that we may be kind of keeping bottled up or kind of be keeping in a, kind of be keeping like packed away in things, they can be tough to face. You know, when just thinking with the Judgment, this is how I'm saying this is Pluto energy, and Pluto energy ain't no joke. You know, Pluto's going to be doing some work in your sign, Libra, especially once we get, especially if you were in like the early degrees of Libra, you probably already felt this a little bit, because like I was saying, my moon's in Gemini and Pluto's doing some, even the more beneficial ones are tricky. there's definitely potential for healing in there, but man, it can be a steep price sometimes, but it's all for growth in the long run here. And so I feel like that what I'm getting at is, with the Three of Pentacles, it may be tough with some of those things to put in that work, to address, to shine light on these areas that need to be healed. But it's like once we acknowledge this stuff, the Star, really make that connection with our higher selves and that inner side of you that is hurting, then we can start getting into the next phase, you know, and the next major arcana, we get to the Moon energy, you know, because the Moon, well, granted, that's Pisces energy, but the Moon rules over Cancer, and I've been giving Pisces flack about that for a minute. But it gets you to that Moon energy where we can face that darkness. Because all the Moon is doing is reflecting the light, you know, the sunlight at the end of the tunnel there, Libra. And just thinking about that even too, you know, because with your sign, you know, the sun technically is at fall in your sign, you know, where the energy starts to get weakened a little bit because the night times are starting to get longer there, Libra. Your energy is starting to bring in the fall time. And I feel like that because you being the scales, in order for you to get balanced, you have to address those darker things on this side here. And it's not always going to be fun. And Libra, while you're doing that, make sure that we're just resting up in between, you know, not trying to Ten of Wands. Maybe even some of us are trying to like work our way through this stuff, you know, kind of bury that deep down in that aspect. But because the Three of Pentacles, you know, that's hard working energy. That's Mars in Capricorn, and that's a hard working placement. But you know, Capricorn has some troubles dealing with their emotions as well. I'm just been dishing out the lessons here, Libra. But it is just something to think about, Libra. Dope. Let's get some tea, and let's get your last oracle card here. All right, Libra, let's see what else we got here. Nice, Libra, we're getting the game plan. So you got the third card of Virgos here, which is the Chess card. And with this card, there's a card of strategy, planning, checkmate, grand design, thinking ahead, tactics, move and counter moves, master plan, course of action, power play, game theory, and consequences of action. And with this card, Libra, first thing that kind of stuck out to me is this tactics here. And I feel like that maybe for some of us, you know, it feels that we may be doing a lot to kind of be avoiding this stuff here. It almost feels like that. For some. Maybe we get to this place of where it's like when you know how when you start just thinking about Venus and Leo, because I like just as a placement, I have Venus and Leo, and when you think about that energy, Leo loves that fun, you know, like that, like the honeymoon phase, you know, that first like falling in love and thing. That's the bread and butter. I feel like, you know, that's that's the good stuff. But I feel like that as soon as it feels like that for some, it's like as soon as that phase starts to end, you know, as soon as it feels like that, maybe for we've been potentially just like distracting ourselves, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in people, but it's just that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's just like at first we're setting ourselves up for that goodness, and then as soon as we get first signs of that change, it's just like that things shift, you know, then the game starts to change, you know, and it's just like and it's very, it's kind of analytical, and it doesn't feel like it's coming from a malicious place or anything like that, Libra. Because maybe this is something that because again, if this is not something that you may be doing, Libra, this could be something with people, what we've been dealing with. Maybe it seems like people have been kind of playing games or something along those lines, but it feels. Or maybe you feel like that even with just like whatever these relationships are, you know, maybe that is just like we always have to feel like that we have to be like so many steps ahead, or just to anticipate when things go south or something along those lines, Libra, which seems like a lot, you know. It feels like the energies, especially, you know, if this is, however this may be translating, there's something about being really present with this and just like observing these tendencies, whether this is with you or with other people. And if we start noticing this stuff, you know, maybe I feel like it's like expressing these feelings, you know, especially however this might be, because this feels like there's some type of relationship thing, Libra. Let's get some tarot on this. Thank you. All right, more. All right, Libra. And all right, when are we talking about devil moments? And we got, oh yeah, Libra. So here's the thing. More. All right, Libra. So you got the Seven of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Death card here. All right, Libra. Let's switch back over. And Libra, listen, it sounds like I'm coming at you, but you know this is a judgment-free zone, Libra. It's all part of the growth here. But I do feel that we want to be mindful of what we're manifesting, Libra, with the Page of Pentacles here. And listen, it's not that I'm saying that we're manifesting like liars with the Seven of Swords here, or toxic relationships or anything along those lines. But there is something here of just like, if you've noticed a recurring theme, the devil has a very unorthodox way of teaching us growth, Libra. It'll keep introducing those honeymoon phases, or it'll promise, you know, like big rewards or things just to say like, hey, you said you was healing, Libra. Well, here's a challenge. Here's one way that it'll look, and it's just like, okay, you grew up there. Let's okay, you're keeping it moving. Hey, there's another check-in. I mean, and think about this too, Libra. I mean, you got the mother and the father here, Capricorn and Cancer, and I don't know. It's interesting, Libra. Like, there's just something here, especially with this death judgment card here. There's a need for a change, and maybe this is something where maybe we haven't had a chance to kind of, if this has been a relationship thing, maybe we haven't taken a moment to just be by ourselves, you know, just to kind of see, because it doesn't matter, I feel like, how long or how short a relationship is, Libra. It's going to affect you in the long run. It changes us, changes our way of thinking. And it does feel like, too, it's interesting, Libra, just with this card here, too, the consequences of actions. You know, yours is a sign with the Justice card, a sign of cause and effect. So, just whenever you get a moment, Libra, again, just kind of sit with the stuff here. Four of Swords, you know, maybe we've been in our head. Eight of Swords, I think you had the Nine of Swords too, maybe you didn't. But even with just the Eight of Swords, you know, Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, just try to get this energy of like trying to get out of our heads and maybe dealing with how we feel about some of this stuff here. You know, Cancer season is perfect for it. And you know what too, Libra? Some of this stuff might be coming up here not only just because, you know, you got Venus in Leo, which is forming a beneficial aspect with your sign. It's forming a sextile here, but sextile energy is passive. You know, it's one of those things you have to, where'd the death card go? You have to take the opportunity to change whatever pattern we notice that might be in our lives here. But also, you know, wherever your Libra placements are at, you know, the Sun and Mercury here soon will be forming squares with your sign. So you might be feeling yourself kind of thrusted into kind of weird situations or just like, you know, maybe challenging energies at this time. So, you know, just something to get eyes on, Libra, because, you know, I feel like if we keep going at this place, you know, that's the quickest way to kind of end up in either a hanged man or a tower situation. So we call it the devil. Here he is to play. So just something to think about there, Libra. But I think I'm going to leave that there. So if anything resonated with you, you know, or, you know, just, yeah, give that a thumbs up, Libra. And or if you know someone who's going through something like this, you know, maybe we've been trying to get them to kind of help them kind of see these patterns here. Because again, it doesn't feel like that. It's not like I'm saying that we attract like these liars or cheaters or anything, but it's something to where if we're missing when they're coming into our lives, if we're not paying attention to those signals from the last thing. And something to think about too, Libra, that if we have been going through some situations, it's not setting up other people to jump through hoops. You know what I mean? We want to be mindful of that as well. We want these situations to try to teach us discernment, you know, give them a chance, you know, because they're, you know, they're coming in fresh, star card, you know, it's potential there. But if things do if we start noticing patterns, you know, pay attention to what people are saying, you know, and the actions that they're doing. And if we're noticing patterns on things, you know, maybe let's discuss this stuff. And if we notice that things don't fixing, it's just like, you know what, let's call it a day. It's been real. Thank you. Well, I wish you high vibrations. Just a little extra nugget there, Libra. But and then if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Inside Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to post positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as the group grows, definitely want to, because we got a nice little Zodiac party here. And definitely want to start like posting different meditations and things like, you know, maybe changing with the death card, you know, kicking vices with the devil or moving on with the chariot, something along those lines. But definitely check that out, Libra. And then lastly, you in Taurus, you know, got getting the hottest tickets to come over to my other channel. Not that you need it, but if you have any Cancer placements in your chart, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the chariot and friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, Libra, so I can get you out of here. All right, Libra. You have the Six of Pentacles here. And I like that because with the Six of Pentacles, this energy feels like it's one of those things. It's just like you get back what you put in, and I feel like if we're putting in, it seems like being just mindful of the energies that are coming into our lives, Libra. You know, pay attention to just again how that give and take. You know what I mean? Let me get your oracle card here. I think I might have told you this last time, Libra. You got the Blessed card in reverse here. And I'm laughing because there's another reader that she just does Libra readings. And one of my favorite things that she says about your sign is, you know, to stay balanced, stay blessed. And Libra, you are balanced and you are blessed. And it's just finding out where the unbalance is, you know, or where the imbalance is, Libra. And this could be too, like I was saying, maybe some of us may be over-givers to a situation here, you know, because this could be, again, like, this doesn't have to be on you. This could be just situations that we may notice that we're being in, and maybe we're thinking that we can change this person, because Libra, that's all your energy really is trying to do, is connected with others to help them get to find their balance, find their higher vibration, and get everyone else on that same level and keep that ascension going. So if we notice that, maybe we've been giving our energies, like that. It's just like, remember, Libra, that you got to put yourself first sometimes, and really all the time, Libra, because, if you're out of balance and all this stuff, then if you got to get yourself out of balance, then, Libra, now I'm tongue-tied. But, it's all going to be good in the end, Libra. It's going to be one of those things that once we take some time and maybe kind of be with ourselves for a minute, focus on you, get your energies back in alignment here, focus on your healing. This will get your energies back in line, and then this will give you kind of like Nine of Cups energy, where you're attracting the energies that you've wanted, and now you're going to be stronger from these other relationships otherwise too. So, all right, Libra, I think I'm going to leave that there. So, you stay safe out there with all this baggage and really kind of this strategic thinking. This seems like a stressful energy to kind of be in. We want to be able to kind of relax a little bit, Libra. I get where we want to keep sharp and keep eyes on stuff, but allow yourself to kind of be in the moment too. Just kind of process what people are saying, paying attention to body actions and things, but raise your vibration to the roof. Take some time, Queen of Cups, nurture yourself, all this energy here, And yeah, got double Cancer here. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.